Kamusta mga kababayan? Welcome to another explosive episode ng Pinoy Politics Uncovered. Ako ang inyong host at ngayon we're diving deep into the political storm na bumabalot sa Pilipinas. Ang headline natin, PBBA naninilikado, magdidilim ang kalangitan. Pero ang tunay na bituin, si Senator-elect Rodante Marcoleta, na ginulat ang buong mundo with over 15 million votes sa midterm elections. Kung ikaw ay nasa US, Canada, Dubai, Hong Kong o kahit saan sa mundo, shoutout sa ating mga OFWs. This episode is for you. From Quezon City to Riyadh, let's unpack this political drama, the controversies and the policies shaking up our nation. Pero bago natin simulan, hit that subscribe button, i-like ang video at mag-comment ng Marcoleta for the win. Ayan. Okay, para iwasan ang dilim ng kalangitan, send us a super thanks para may pagpatuloy natin ang ganitong content para sa inyo sa Los Angeles, Sydney o Doha. Ngayong 2025, ang usapan hindi lang tungkol kay PBBM sa kanyang 25% approval rating. Ouch! Kundi tungkol din kay Marcoleta, ang bagong senador na hinintay natin. Pero ano nga ba ang nangyari? Is this a political earthquake o isang scripted teleserye? Let's break it down with facts and humor and a sprinkle of satire. Let's start with the elephant in the room. PBBM's approval rating. According to PhilStar, nasa 25% na lang ito at muntik pang mag-zero dahil sa plano ng 9 billion pesos EDSA rehab na isususpinde. Imagine, 500,000 motorists stranded daily. Parang pelikula ito Pero to be fair, PBBM listened to advice and suspended the plan. That's a win, right? Or is it too little, too late? Sa kabilang banda, let's give credit where it is due. PBBM's visit to NAIA Terminal 3 with SMC's Ramong Ang shows he's trying to boost infrastructure. Pero ang tanong, is this enough to save his legacy? Sa US at Canada, where OFWs are watching, they're asking, kailan ba magkakaroon ng maayos na airport na hindi nakakahiya? The Marcos Duterte feud doesn't help either. With Sara Duterte's impeachment looming, it is a political telenovela na hindi natin mamimiss. Okay, now let's talk about the man of the hour, Rodante Marcoleta. From Sagip Party List to a Senate seat with over 15 million votes. Seryoso parang nanalo siya ng Pinoy Big Brother. Pero bakit nga ba siya nag-viral Post on X, call him Marco na hindi narco. A job at his clean image and Duterte loyalty. Pero may mga nagsasabi rin like Alt Inday Badiday na his kasamaan at kadiliman So which is it? Marcoleta's appeal lies in his grassroots support, lalo na sa Mindanao. Siya ang tipo na makikita mo sa palengke, nakikipagkwentuhan sa mga tindera. His vote to deny ABS-CBN's franchise in 2022 made him a hero to some, pero kontrabida sa iba. Let's break it down. On one hand, his supporters see him as a defender of the masses. On the other, critics argue he's too aligned with Duterte's controversial legacy. Pero sa OFWs sa Dubai at Singapore, ang tanong, can he deliver policies that matter to us abroad? Okay, speaking of Duterte, let's dive into the biggest political feud of 2025. PBBM versus Sara Duterte, parang Game of Thrones Pero sa Malacanang, the midterm elections were a proxy war. PBBM's alyansa para sa bagong Pilipinas got 7 Senate seats Pero ang Duterte-backed candidates like Marcoleta, Bongo, and Bato de la Rosa stole the show. Rodrigo Duterte's arrest in March 2025 and transfer to The Hague for his drug war sparked global headlines. Pero guess what? He still won as Davao mayor. Mind blow to Sa Japan at Australia, our OFWs are torn. Is Duterte a victim of political persecution or is justice finally served? Sara's impeachment trial in July 2025, where Marcoleta might be a center judge, adds fuel to the fire. Will Marcoleta's loyalty to the Duterte shape his Senate agenda? Let's discuss sa comments, mga kababayan. Okay, no, now let's get serious. Ano nga ba ang maasahan natin kay Marcoleta? As a senator, he's expected to push for pro-OFW policies, higher remittances, better protection abroad, and maybe even tax breaks for balikbayans. Sa Qatar at Saudi Arabia, our kababayans want policies na magpapadali ng kanilang buhay. Pero may catch, his Duterte ties might mean a focus on populist measures over long-term reforms. Compare this to PBBM's economic agenda. As reported by Nikkei Asia, Marcos wants to build a legacy with infrastructure and foreign policy. Pero ang youth voters sa Marikina at Cebu are sawang-sawa na sa politics. Sabi ni PBBM mismo. So where does Marcoleta fit in? His voting record suggests he will prioritize social justice. Pero will he address inflation, job creation, or climate resilience na hinintayin ng mga kabataan sa Davao at Iloilo? Let's lighten things up, Ang Philippine politics ay parang circus. PBBM ang ringmaster, pero si Marcoleta ang nagpapakita ng magic tricks. Imagine, PBBM saying, no EDSA rehab. Tapos si Marcoleta naman, more jobs for the masa. Pero sa totoo, it's all about votes. Sa US at UK, our OFWs are laughing at the drama. Pero deep inside, they are hoping for real change. So mga kaibigan, sino ang tunay na clown? Comment below, and don't forget to send a super thanks please from Toronto or Dubai. So anong natutunan natin, PBBM's struggling, Marcoleta's rising, and the Marcos Duterte feud is far from over. Pero sa gitna ng chaos, there's hope. Marcoleta could be the voice of the masa, lalo na para sa ating mga OFW sa Abu Dhabi, Milan at Singapore. Pero kailangan natin siyang bantayan, Accountability is the key. Okay, kung nagustuhan mo ang episode na ito, i-hit ang subscribe button, I-like at i-share sa mga kaibigan mo sa Sydney, Dubai, at Los Angeles. Mag-comment ng Marcoleta for OFWs at send us a super thanks please to keep this channel alive. Sa mga nasa Quezon City, Davao, or Riyadh, let's keep the conversation going. Ano ang susunod na political plot twist? Abangan natin, Salamat at magkita-kita ulit tayo next week. Maraming salamat, OFW.